you guys how I made these paddles. I used them for the people that go with me to try on my wedding dresses. They give me their rating. Makes it a lot easier and a little bit more fun. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to look for a transparent border on Google Images. You don't have to have a transparent border. That was just my preference. I also wanted one that had some floral on it, so that's what I selected. But again, whatever look you're going for, that's what you'll select. When you click on the image that you like, you want to make sure that you can kind of see this checkered background as you see here on the screen. When you save it, you want to make sure that you're looking at a format that says PNG. If it says PNG, that lets you know that the picture will be transparent. I'm going to click on one that does have a checkered box, but when we try to save it, you will see that it says JPEG. I'm going to save this image just so that you guys can see it once I start putting the paddle together. See how it looks. Once you selected your border, you're going to go in and select the image that you want to use for your numbers. I wanted gold glitter, so I searched transparent gold glitter numbers. And then this is the one that I found. I did check it to make sure that it had a checkered background as well as that the format was PNG. So I will save that there, and then we will move on into PicMonkey. So PicMonkey is what I use to edit the images that I'm creating for the paddle. So you can import from your computer. They have what's called My Hub, which is where you can save your work within PicMonkey. You can import from Facebook, or you can update their sample images. We are going to click on Design, and we are going to use a blank canvas. So when you click on blank canvas, you can see all the different types of layouts that they have within PicMonkey. If you scroll down to the very bottom and you click on 8.5 by 11 inches, that is the one that I used. It is a blank one. It is vertical. It probably could have been easier if I did it horizontally, so lesson learned there. Once you get into the blank canvas, you want to go onto the canvas color, and you want to make sure that it is transparent. You'll again see those checkered boxes, and you'll apply that there. Once you do that, you'll click on the butterfly that's on the left side of the screen. That is going to take you to the graphics. So PicMonkey has a ton of different graphics that you can use. I did play around with it at first. I didn't really care for any of the ones for the look that I was going for. So you do have the ability of adding your own graphics that you find, like on Google, for example, the border and the numbers that we found. So I'm going to import from my computer, and I'm going to start with the border that did not save as PNG, the one that saved as a JPEG. So this is to show you basically what it will look like if you use this one. So you can tell they try to make it seem like, oh yeah, it's checkered, so it's going to be transparent, but it's not. So be very careful there. So now I'm going to bring in the border that did save as a PNG, so you guys can see the difference between a formatting of PNG versus JPEG. And the one that's in the very back is the JPEG one. So I'm going to pull it to the front by using my layers so that you guys can see that it is not transparent and the difference between the two. So there you go, guys. So we removed the JPEG image, and now all I'm doing is I'm just positioning and resizing the border as to whatever I want it to be, the position I want. I'm going to duplicate it and then also reposition the other border. So once I've found the perfect position, I am going to add in the number that I selected. I'm going to just select 5, and then I'm going to do the same thing here. It just size it and position it wherever I want within the border. And again, you can see that it is transparent and it doesn't have like a big ugly white block inside of there. Now I'm going to select a font. I don't remember which font I used for the actual paddles, but I actually like the one that I'm using in this video better. So I select, there's a ton of fonts in PicMonkey, and you can also import your own. I don't have other text. I don't really know how to find them, but you just select whatever font you want and add the text to the image. Just type in whatever saying you're going to select, size it however you want and then position it within the border. I did leave the exclamation mark a little bit outside of the border because I use a curve. So there you just go to effects, you select curve, and then the curvature, whether you want it to be curved up or down, and then you just resize, reposition there. Then you'll just do the same thing on the other one that you've added. Remember that I wanted to do 2 per page. However, when you're doing this, be very, very careful of the sizing because I made these a little bit too big. Okay, so here are the supplies that I use. I have super glue, a glue stick. I found that the purple one works best. I got this one at Staples. Then I also have popsicle sticks. I got those at Hobby Lobby. Surely you can find them cheaper at Dollar Tree. Then my printouts of the graphics that we made. Then I have burgundy paper that I got at Hobby Lobby. This is not regular paper, but it's also not cardstock, so it's something in between. And then this is a little paper cutter thing. I don't know the actual name of it, but I got that at Hobby Lobby for $5.99. It was half off. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take one of my papers that have the 2 graphics for the paddle, and I'm going to put them on the paper cutter so that I can cut them in down the middle. So I really like this because it gets a straight line depending on how you're holding the paper, and it's really quick and it can guide you very, very easily. So I just go around and I'm going to cut down the middle and then around on the top and the bottom part. So now that I've cut those out, I'm going to place 2 on one of the burgundy sheets. As you can see, they are too big. Boo to myself. So lesson learned, make sure you make them a little bit smaller. So I'm only going to be able to fit 1 on the paper. So I'm going to align it against one of the corners and give enough room so I can have a little bit of a border and then cut along with the little gadget here. Then I'll do the same on the bottom portion. So I'm just going to glue the paper and then place it on the burgundy paper. If you have to move it around, lift it up, it's not going to stick right away, so you can always lift it back up and just move it around if you messed up. But I was not being a perfectionist 100% because this is not going to be used for my actual wedding. It's just for the fun of shopping for dresses. So now what I'm going to do is eyeball the flip side of the paddle. So remember, I put 2 ratings per popsicle stick. So I'm going to see where I want that placed, and then I'm going to glue the popsicle stick onto the burgundy paper. I did use the glue stick on there, and then on some of them I did use the super glue, but you don't have to use super glue. I feel like the purple glue stick worked just fine on the ones that where I didn't use any super glue, and the super glue was a little raggedy, as you can kind of see here. It's just kind of clumped up and not the best kind, but if you do find some other kind of glue that works better for you, then by all means use it. You just need the shit to stay together.